time is now.
Hi boys,
Good game.
back with the series. Today I'm going to show you how to carry a game with Chronos.
Good luck.
Especially when the DCs are OP, right?
Aha!
A lot of times you're gonna get games where people just they don't show up. They're late on their internet bills, so they can't be there for the game. But
Of course.
I'll try to show you what you can do just to take advantage of the other team and yeah, try to come out on top. So Chronos Solo, trying to think of what I want to go here. I was going to use this build from mid,
Yes.
and then the last second decided to go solo because
I knew it.
Chronos is more of a solo type laner god. I mean, the reason he's OP in Joust is because he can 1v1 anyone. So I want to try to take advantage of that. And even though I hate solo, I'm going to take him over there just because I think I'll be more useful. Looks like I'm going to be up against a Bakasura.
On my way.
Nothing to really worry about.
Minions have
Be careful.
help.
Bakasura is pretty, I don't know. I don't think he's very viable anymore in the solo lane, just because he can't really clear. You'll see why here in a little bit. Yeah, definitely take some notes this game, because let's just say we cranked the carry up to overdrive. It's right here. Gets the lane first. Just gonna push it up a little bit. I don't know what this guy is thinking right now, but yeah. You just make it too easy for me sometimes, So right now, it's looking pretty favorable. Getting the first blood. That's what I need. Let me carry a little bit harder. That's why I'm trying out Purple Pot though, because if I didn't have Purple Pot, I wouldn't have had near as much damage as I did just then. But if you know how to use it, it's definitely pretty useful. Here, I pop my 2 when my passive's all the way in the 4th spot. Get bonus attack damage on my autos.
Follow me.
And this is why I like playing Chronos Solo. Tower's got a fraction of its original health. See, if it was mid, there probably would have been a rotation there after I killed him, if I would have. And then I wouldn't have been able to do anything, so. Again, that's why I think Chronos is better in the solo. So there goes first tower. Nothing special.
Nice job.
Just putting in that work. But trust me, this game is far from over. My team made it hard for me. We'll say that much.
On my way.
They made it a little hard for me. I made it a little hard for myself. I kind of messed up a few times, but we'll worry about that later. Here, so I already took the tower. I really shouldn't be up this far. I should have waited till he pushed it to me. But he is like a zero threat right now to me. If I die to this man, I will retire from Smite. Because from what I've seen so far, this man is a complete goon. And not in a good way. But normally when I can't see their mid laner, I would have backed up here. But I'm getting a little greedy. I just want to push this before I back.
Ultimate is ready.
Okay. Tick tock. Ultimate is
So I was thinking about what I want to start here. I'd say it's a lot safer to go boots first, but I want to get stacking on my Warlock Sash. Because even though Baka's really not that good anymore for like laning phase and all that, he will definitely shred you if he builds any sort of damage.
Be right back.
So I'm gonna try to get Warlock started.
Takes a break. No.
Like I said, team making it hard for me to carry. What can you expect?
Thanks. Be right
Enemy
back.
missing middle. Okay.
Hades has his own buff
Enemy missing right.
in the right, which now no one will get to use because I'm not gonna walk all the way over there and pick it up. But whatever. This is what you're gonna deal with in these games, so.
Stay here.
What can you do? You think getting the tower and a kill already would be enough to warrant your own buffs, but apparently not. I shouldn't have warded right there. I wasn't really paying attention because I was salty because it took my buff. I should have warded where I'm standing now, a little bit to the right, or even like right here on the blue.
Your right tower.
Because since the tower is already down, if they rotate towards me, it's going to be because I'm overextending. So where I put it, I'm not really going to get ganked from there because I'm always going to have the wave pushed.
Gank middle lane. On my way. Ultimate is ready.
I was thinking about what I wanted to level up here. If I wanted to go with my 2 or my 3. And I decided that I'm going to go a little bit more ability-based power. At least at the start of this game, so I started doing my 3 first.
On my way.
So I know I got minions behind me, so I'm not too afraid of this Baka. Drops his ult, has dropped mine. Run away from his minions, you don't want to just sit there on them.
Attack.
Like I said, normally I wouldn't be up this far, but yeah, there goes the Athena ult. I knew his ult was down, so I wasn't too worried.
Attack. Okay.
Decided to back up. In case Athena runs on me, she takes off, no big deal.
Yeah. Lead it. Boom. Careful
Yeah.
middle. Gank left lane.
So, like I was saying, DCs. You'll be seeing a lot of DCs this game. Mainly from our realm. I think they're Baka DCs for a little while too. Main issue was the Rama though. He kept DCing. He DC'd like 3 or 4 times and then was MIA for the rest of the game.
Tower is under attack.
But
Okay. Tick tock.
it won't matter. You'll see. I wasn't paying attention. I think Hades just tried to gank left. I know he did at some point. I told him to stay mid. It's like right now this full wave is just hitting. I could have ran left, but since waves pushed, and I knew he wasn't here.
Thanks.
I don't want my mid tower going down, because if that goes down, that means they're just going to be ganking me more. And since ADC is DC'd, I figured I'd come over and help cover. There's really no reason for me to be in left right now, so.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been
Run out of that. So I pick up the kill on the
slain.
Athena and Xbalanque, looks like, which is nice.
Retreat.
Thankfully, Ymir misses. That'd been very painful if he would have hit that.
Careful middle. Yes.
So I don't know what they're doing right now with an Athena up.
An ally has been slain.
Just completely get caught out. So I see Hades going. I was wanting to back off, but since he full committed, I decided to try to follow him up best I can. I guess I missed that. I didn't really see. I don't know how that didn't kill him. I'm bad. What can I say? So, poking at the Nox a little bit. Our Rama has decided to once again grace us with his presence. So that's always hype. You notice I've been in mid for like the entire duration of the last 2 minutes. Thank goodness they don't have a smart team, or they would have pushed down Solo, Ibaka. Because he's been MIA. I think he DC'd actually, hang on. I'm pretty sure he's DC'd at this point actually.
Your right tower is under
I'm not
attack.
sure. But yeah, I stayed in mid so long though because I saw that he wasn't pressuring up. If he was smart, he would have just ran the lane straight up and it would have forced me to come back and they could have just stretched us thin. Which would have been really unfortunate, but that's alright though. We'll use it to our advantage. Okay, so yeah, now he DC'd. It took me a second to realize it.
Retreat! Retreat! Enemy missing left. An ally has been slain.
It's good for us though. So now they got a DC, so I'll show you what you're supposed to do when they have a DC. So he leaves, and I immediately just run straight up to this tower and just start nailing it. Because I know I can take it down in about a wave or two. So, take care of that, no problem.
Face your charges.
On my way.
An enemy has returned.
Poor Baka.
Incoming left.
Comes back just in time to see his tower die. That's what you gotta do though. I mean, these games are like everyone DCs because they're all on potatoes. When they have a DC, you better make the most of it because, I mean, you never know what's gonna, like, we had a DC at the start and we're gonna have a DC the rest of the game, so. If I hadn't got that there, I wouldn't have been able to rotate later. So,
Retreat! Retreat!
that was really useful for us. Plus it always gives you team gold when you get towers. Tier 2s especially, so. That's always big when you can pick that up.
An ally has been slain.
Thor just spamming the chat.
Slain.
This Thor, by the way, hey, shout outs to this guy. And not a good shout out. This Thor made my life 10 times harder than it had to be. I think something raunchy happens right here. Okay. So he starts pinging me.
Cancel that.
Wants to push it down mid. I just had a feeling, you know, I just had a feeling that said, this isn't a good idea. I'm gonna go back left. And sure enough, they dive the tower. Get goon squatted
On my way.
by the Baka, who was missing. Proceeds to ping me. And yeah, just starts the BM train. So yeah, you know, I let him know. I'm gonna give him a shout out on my on my YouTube channel once I carry him through this game, because I have a sense sometimes, right? I have a sense when I'm gonna be carrying these people. So I let him know. No big deal. I mute him because I don't got time for him, right? If I'm sitting there talking to him, beaming him, you know, just nagging at each other, then he's not focused on the game, neither am I. So just mute him. Let him know that he messed up. This guy, what's his name? Odorwin? I don't know. You'll see it when it pops up. Yeah, this Thor was probably one of the worst Thors I've ever played with. If you watch this video, just know that you are bad at this game. I will prove it a little bit later when we cross-examine your build, because it is one of the most ungodly builds I think I've ever seen on Thor.
Has been slain.
It's a mix of Season 1 and obliviousness.
Your middle tower
I'll
is
explain it
under
later.
attack. Defend
But
it.
anyways,
Be careful.
you'll see why it makes my life hard.
Tower has been destroyed.
Right here. Yumiro comes out. I want to be focused on the squishies, but I got a good lineup on those two, so get a little bit of poke out. So Hades is dead. We really don't want to fight mid right now. So I'm going to go over left to make sure my tower didn't get any more poke on it. Never want to stay too long in mid for no reason. So I'm going to clear these minions out so he has to jump out. Completely missed my one. So he ults. I just run away from his minions because they do hurt. And my team picks up gold, so that's always nice. I'd almost given up faith in them, but they turn it around. Get gold fury right there, so. So right here, I just come over, decide to cover. So we already got the gold. I could go over right now, you know, help out the Thor, try to fight them or do whatever, but that's not what you want to do right now. So we already got gold. There's nothing over there for me to do. So even if I went over there and got a double kill or whatever, I could just be using my time so much better by like pushing lanes or doing whatever. Like especially as Chronos. Like if it was someone else that has better like team fight early, but like Chronos is like a split pushing machine. So instead of like, no matter how many times they ping me or whatever, I mean I'm not gonna go over there. Hades said at one point, I think he may have already said it, I wasn't looking. Said something like, "Do you always like coming in late to the fights or whatever?" I'm just like, oh my god, I had to eventually just mute everyone on my team because they just didn't understand how to play the game. But so instead of going over there, I just get a free mid tower. I end the game with something ridiculous like 7 or 8k tower damage, and I don't think anyone else ever hit a tower like the entire game. So it's basically like nobody else took objectives in the game besides me, which is what you're gonna have to deal with if you're in games like these. People just will not know what to do. That's another reason Chronos is really strong, because you can take him solo, mid, ADC, and then I mean if your ADC is a complete, you know, stick like this guy and he's just not in the game ever, well then you still have an ADC, whatever you want to call it, on your team that can take objectives. So if you're worried about that, you may think about picking him up. Playing him solo can be quite useful. It's right here, this Baka. Trying to take my tower. Again. Might have to come in here. Always pop your 2 when it's on the left, because it gives you bonus auto attack damage. Even though I went Chronos Pendant early, because since we've been having DC problems, I decided to go with Chronos Pendant because it gives you a little bit more survivability, because you have better cooldowns, you can pop your ult more often, you get your stun up more often. So I mean if it was like a regular game I may have went Demonic Grip first, but like I said, you gotta play it by ear in a lot of these games. I can't remember how this fight goes. I feel like something bad happens. Okay, so Athena ult, I turn on the Shibalanke. I start backing up, wait for my cooldowns. Get a nice Hades ult, everyone's all grouped up. So I should have backed up right here. Yeah, we have a DC. If we didn't have the DC, we were pretty heftily winning this fight, I think. At least it felt that way. I should have started backing up though. I shouldn't have went back in right there. So I made a mistake. Die for no reason.
Tick-tock.
So yeah, like I said, I made it a little bit harder for myself this game. If I was playing a little bit smarter and realized that we had that he DC'd once again, I probably would have backed up. But you know, not everyone's perfect, especially me. So you'll see me get it together here in a bit. Turn turn on the carry mode, like I said. Once I get the ring finished and I get a little bit of pen, Chronos just, I don't know, he just shreds anyone and everything.
Of course.
I think Athena built Soul Reaver this game. If she would have built Void Stone or any magic defense, it would have made it a lot harder on me. But for some reason, thinking she's tank enough with just the breastplate, so that comes in to aid me a little bit later. I thought about doing my blue here. It's actually taken, but even if it was up, I would have came straight over because I saw that Hades was pretty And I just got to teach this Baka, man. He's always trying to just take my towers. You just got to chase him down. Shing graciously taking the I missed that. Don't pay attention to that. Graciously takes the root from Nox, so I don't have to. I really hope this Baka dies. I think he does. Okay, so Thor picks him up. Thor wasn't so bad. He just made a lot of bad calls this game. Pop my ult there. Get froze. Back up. Back out of the Ymir ult. You never want to set in that. Hades gets a nice ult here. And yeah. Team actually takes care of business for a change. Now right here, I think the Thor made this call. I don't remember who made this call, but someone calls fire. And if this was a higher up game, this would be completely doable and very easy to do.
Excellent.
But yeah, it's not. So we should have went to gold. I had a bad feeling. Like I said, I'm not gonna be able to convince these guys to do anything I want. I've got half of them on mute. Actually, I think it's just Thor, but I already could tell they weren't gonna listen to me. So I decided just to come over in case something like this happens. I could peel. So right here, I hit my ult just because I wanted the health back. It may have been better for me just to try to run, and I may have been able to get away. But I just wanted the health return. Because if I would have ran away immediately after and tried to bait around for a little bit, when I ulted, I would have only had a like a small fraction of health. Because it would have sent me back to when I almost died right there, so.
On my way.
That may have been something I could have done a little bit better. It may have been better just to run, but I thought if Athena dashed on me, especially with Soul Reaver, she could have just dashed like into me and it probably would have killed me, so. You know, split-second decision I made. May not have been the best, but could have been worse, I suppose.
Ultimate is ready.
My darkness will live on.
I think it just looked at the... Okay, so there's the Thor build. Yeah, he picked up Shifter Shield right after Jotun's, which used to be pretty good, but look right here. Look at him just get shredded by this Baka.
An ally has been slain.
The Baka, I think, just ran out with that last auto. And if he would have went melee renewal, which is like what every jungler does right now, he probably would have survived that. Like, yeah, he has like true damage, but the mail still would have helped block most of it. Because he would have had base increase of 300 health and then Fizz defense on top of that. So probably would have lived there if he would have had a halfway decent build instead of Shifter Shield. But and then he goes into crit. Like, his build makes no sense. Which is why, if he's watching this video, there's an Odvernet, I think, I don't know how you say it. Just never again say anything to anyone about Smite. He was our top elo somehow. I don't know how. Had actually the most garbage Thor build I've ever seen.
On my way.
It used to be good. Like season 1, everyone would go Jotuns into Shifter Shield. That was like the most popular thing to do. But there's so many cheaper things you can get that are just better right now. Like you can finish your cooldown, get tankier with mail. Or just build like Pin. But instead, for his damage, he goes like crit on Thor, which if you ask anyone, is like awful. And he went Malice. He didn't even go like Deathbringer. He just went Malice.
Down with tyranny.
So I see 2 over here. And I knew that Rama was starting gold, so I told them to go over and just help him do gold. So even though he DC'd quite a few times in this game, you know, he wasn't completely useless.
Okay.
Definitely could have been a lot worse. He could have fed and then DC'd, so count your blessings.
I'm on it.
So I decided to take this fight here because it looked like we were pretty healthy here. I clear this wave. You never want to just run past the wave if you can. If they're too far like they are now, there's no sense in just letting the waves stack up. Again, proc my 2. One of my passives on the auto attack bonus. And yeah. You walk ahead of the Athena, because you already know she's going to try to dash out. I tried to put as much damage on her as I could, so when she ulted over her right lane, they could possibly kill her. Rama ends up dying, but Thor gets a return kill on the Athena. That's nice. I'm not even worried about the Shibalanke right now. I'm just trying to push this mid tower in. Like I said, that's the objective of the game. You know, take the towers. So I get about half damage on the tower, which is I mean, it didn't regen, so it's gonna help us later on.
Stay here.
I didn't notice the ward we had on gold. I should have dropped that a little higher, but I wanted to see if they came up right behind me, because I was gonna try to kill this Ymir. Beads his freeze, juke around a little bit, run around the wall.
On my way.
I popped the 2 just so I get the hastened passive from it. I didn't really need the health regen, or I wasn't trying to, but
Retreat.
you'll see me do that a couple times. If I can't get the 2 where I want it, I'll just pop it for the hasten,
Retreat.
so I can hit my autos.
On my way. Ultimate is ready.
So I wanted to back here, but I stayed around just in case their team made a big mistake, like they are right now. So
It's the end.
I was examining Rama just then, and he had the symptoms of a DC. I don't know if you know what the symptoms are, but standing still, you know, pondering his day. That's what it seemed to be. So I should have held my 3 right here. I tried to stun the Baka in his ult, which didn't work out. Thor decides to wall me off from chasing the Baka, like a boss. Nice job, Thor. What can I say? Thor MVP. Didn't see the Ymir come up behind me, but decided that I can cut around the Baka, so. And we have officially stayed too long, so we need to leave. My ult is coming back up, but does me no good if I'm just gonna ult back to half health. So decided to get Pin because their team is super tanky.
Ultimate is ready.
Decided to beads that instantly. Don't want to take that damage from Nox. So I tried to get the Ymir there, and it just locked onto the Nox, so. I was hoping he only had a point or 2 in his wall, and it would go down soon, but no big deal. So, someone pings the tower. I was going to go over there, but they decide to start fighting again. So this is what you're gonna deal with, you know. So I try to come over, feel for them a little bit. The Savior himself walls me again. I don't even know what to say. Once again, Rama, the star of the show, decides to come back, say what up, you know, make a cameo in this ranked game. You know, let us know that he's keeping it real. I'm pretty sure I die here. I don't see any way. Yeah. Yeah, I die.
An ally has left the game.
So, I start getting a little irritated at my team at this point. It seems like they're, I don't even know. I could go on and on about what they could be doing better. You can't really blame anyone if you're losing. You know, always think of it as what you could do better. Because if you always just say that it's their fault, I mean, you're never going to be able to carry yourself out of these games like these. Like, I've run accountant masters, and I almost lost this game. I mean, it's very easy to get sucked into playing badly with them, but you'll see. You'll see how I make up for it.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I mean, we also have a DC, which doesn't make it any easier. But like I said, there's always a way in these games for you to win. I'll show you just how. So Nox, don't know what she was doing. Two of her teammates are dead, and she's just sitting on the tower trying to get it. So
Excellent.
don't really think they're going to be trying fire anytime soon. So I come over here, deward this. I think I push mid here. But yeah, so you just want to be objective based, right? If you're going to be team fighting, make sure it's for an objective at least, especially if it's a 4v5. Because if it's not, and you just team fight the entire time, well then, logic dictates that you're not going to win the game because it's going to be 4v5. So you always want to pick favorable fights. You know, wait for them to mess up. And they will, trust me. They mess up quite a few times in this game. So they're full committing on me. Don't really know why. Pretty tanky with warlocks, and I got my ult. I see the Bach ult. I know he's going to chase me, so I just insta-pop mine. Just to put some distance between us. Pick up a kill. And right here, we need to do gold. I can't stress it enough. I was super irritated at my team at this point. I don't understand how people can be this obsessed with chasing. Look at the Thor. Look at the Thor. Way to go, man. You did well, man. So, I can't solo the gold, so decided to come over, see if we can put poke on the tower. You know, Shibalanke focuses me in the back. I trade, but it's not really a good trade, because honestly, the only thing keeping us afloat right now is me doing well. You know. Decided to turn on the global mute.
Time is money.
Sometimes it's necessary. But, I mean, the only towers that have been taken are from me. That's all the tower damage that's on the map. I mean, every single lane has lost besides mine. I mean, granted, duo lanes had, been DC'd, so. But, I mean, that's what you're going to have to deal with, so. You have to figure out a way in these instances to win the game. So, I'm telling them, hey, group up, quit chasing, do objectives, but please. It's really frustrating when they don't listen, but that's why You know, if they're just gonna argue like they've been, and they're clearly doing something dumb, you know, just mute them. Try not to be tacky. You know, my salt storage was it was on overload this game. I think I messed up here again. Let's see. So I get a kill, which is nice, but I should have started backing up right here because we had a DC. I guess I kill her too. It's still not really worth it because I die in the end. I mean, even if I go 1 for 2, I don't want to be trading at all because I'm so far ahead. Honestly, if I play smarter, I should be trading for even more. You know, I should be able to kill 2-3 people and live. But yeah, what I should have done right there. I didn't expect the damage from the Baka to come out that quick. As soon as she died, I should have insta-ulted. I didn't expect him. I think he crit. If I'm not mistaken, I just saw a crit at him. I think he crit me, and that's why it hurt so much. Yeah, so if he would have hit me, if it wouldn't have crit, I probably would have had time to ult. You know, I could have 3'd him and then had plenty of time, but... Hey, real quick, watch this. Watch this Thor. Watch this damage. You know what that Baka just said? The Baka just said, alright, man. And jumped away. I can't stress enough how bad that Thor build is. I know this is a Chronos video, but instead of going Jotun shifters crit, which is just the dumbest, worst thing you could ever do on Thor, go Jotuns, go melee renewal, go Brawler's beat stick. If it's a regular game where they have, you know, an ADC, like their team comp right now, like just go like mid guardian male if you need it, and then like Titan's Bane to finish it off. Or you can get like another, you could get like Hyde or something like that, but mid guardian's probably the best choice because the bulk of the damage you're going to receive late game is going to be from either ADC, because ADCs will just shred assassins. So please, for the love of God, do not build crit on Thor. Build like triple pin. If you would have hit that Baka with a double tap and his Berserker Barrage and like his full combo like he just did, and he would have had triple pin items, he probably would have killed him. But he had crit. So like his autos, I think they were doing like 100. So if you crit on a 100 auto, you're going to do 200.
I knew it.
Like, it's just such a bad trade in terms of damage. But anyways, what can you do? This is going to be your team a lot of times. And right now, just hang on. Hang on. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? Listen. That is the sound of angel harps playing. Do you see this? Look at this coordination. I feel like I have just been elected president of the White House. I have my team around me. Oh, this is the greatest feeling. They're listening. Look at this. Look at this. Look what happens right here. Back up, because I don't want to let the Ymir just tear up the back line. Just, oh my goodness. We're 4v5ing like complete goons? Oh my goodness. Thor dies, who cares? That's like, that's actually the best case scenario. We killed 3 of them and our Thor died. It's like, I can't ask for a better situation. You see how fast that tower just died? This is what I'm saying. This is an easy game if y'all know how to play it. I'm not even worried about Nox right now. I take a couple tower shots. I try to poke her out just so she backs up. Almost kill her. Not worried about her. Watch this damage. And that's without my 2 procced. If you proc your 2 with the auto attack damage buff on Chronos passive, that Phoenix literally dies in like 6 hits. So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get my team to do, and it's really hard I mean, a lot of games like these when they won't listen to you, but you know, if you can get them to kind of like follow you up, you know, you get a couple picks like that, it's very easy to take a game over. And I mean, we didn't even do anything special. We literally just grouped up. And I mean, it was a 4v5, but I don't know, what can I say? Hit your abilities, good things will happen. So I'm telling them once again, group up. Now I'm not wanting to take a fight in mid right now. What I'm actually wanting is for us to go to fire because we have the ward control, and for them to come in and just to ambush them. But my team, being the opportunists that they are, you know, jump in 2v5. So I have no choice but to come in and follow up. And you can see the damage. It's nothing to toy with. Baka goes on me, kite him around. I thought about ulting right there. If you go back and look, if I would have ulted, since there's about a, oh, I don't know, I think it's like a second delay, or a second and a half. It's actually a lot longer than it seems when you're that low on health. I think my only way to come out alive on that was to kill him, so I turned and autoed him instead of ulting. Because if I would have just ulted, I probably would have died to him before I got it off. So I decided to unmute them, you know. Here, if they'd still be popping off this whole time. After earlier. When I just completely put them on my back. But yeah. Oh man, Thor, you were just, oh. If anyone has any spare time, just take a minute out of your day and just message this Thor. Just let him know. Let him know that he's bad. He's just bad. Oh, I can't even put into words how I feel sometimes. The rest of the team did pretty good. Besides him trolling. But yeah. So even when your team is just you know, what can I say, like not performing well, right? We got a DC and we have a Thor bot. Hey, you could still win the game. Just gotta know what to do. Check out the damage. So I always say if you do about a K a minute, you're doing pretty good damage. I did like, what did I do? 60. I can't read it. It's too small right now. I think it's like 67,000 or something like that. Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do some games. I don't know. And it's doable. You just have to play smart, and you'll I don't know. There's a good chance you'll win. Everyone else's damage is just kind of like subpar. I'm gonna flip it over the builds here in a second. I think the Thor was the only one whose build I would have changed. Rama could have picked up Ichival before Executioner. There's no point in picking up Ichival after Executioner. It's definitely a lot better the sooner you get it. Don't know why on earth Boxer picked up Soul Eater against a Chronos, but whatever. People get comfortable with builds and then don't want to change them. And that's, I don't know. It's pretty bad. I don't know why I picked up Trans either, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and then we had a Hades that picked up Aegis first item. That was fun. Or is it last? I actually probably sold this star and picked it up. But anyways, that is Chronos in a nutshell. So let me know what y'all want to see next time, and I'll make it happen. GG.